start recording.
Got no choice, Sanders, and neither do we.
You don't understand.
No,
If I
let's,
go out, he'll see me. No! No!
You're leaving this cell.
Please. I don't want him to find me.
Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh, I can sleep? What if I don't want to sleep? Oh, what the fuck? Look at that guy's room. Why does he get the cool graffiti? I want the cool graffiti room. Ooh, hey.
This foul gas again.
This guy's gonna make me crazy, isn't it? Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna nap.
They tracked and hunted me, pursued me right into their dreams.
No, that's not you.
They scribbled all over their maps in the wake of my lonely wanderings. No sea is dark enough to hide the color of my blood. No wind strong enough to scatter my dreams. When the last of them rises up, you will choose. I will not be here to bear witness to it, because you will have released me. But the earth will resound to your cries, or theirs. Awaken and free me.
Oh, can you charge this?
You there. Wake up. Come on, stand up. We don't have much time.
Oh. No. Who's she? The nurse?
Can you stand up?
Who are you?
A friend of Ethan Bradley. It was he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me so full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I'm not really supposed to be here. And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible, and as unobtrusively as possible. I've brought you your clothes. Let me go ahead. We'll meet upstairs.
Wait a minute. I saw the nurses at work on a patient. It wouldn't be good for me to get caught.
You must avoid them at all costs. If someone found out that I released you from your room, I'd never find work in a hospital again.
So nice of you to worry about me like that.
Do not be unpleasant, Mr. Pierce. We must not stay here. There are 2 men standing guard near the stairs. It's the only way to the floor above. I shall try to distract them, and get at least one to come with me. All you need to do is to follow me as soon as the way is free.
Understood. What does this mean? What did they inject him with? Am I in an asylum? Sarah.
Sarah. The paintings are cursed.
What did he write about the painting? Sarah Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors.
Wait, they have the list of visitors just right there.
Why this strange symbol repeated over and over?
Alright. Got 5 character points. Oh man, look at that. Doesn't look pleasant.
Never, nothing good has ever been in that chair, Steve. Prove me wrong.
Well, I mean, if you're into that sort of thing, then...
If I don't get out of here, I'll end up like him.
Hey, buddy. Yeah,
Poor wretch.
food looks good.
Dr. Colden, I would like to say that I'm surprised to see you, but we all know that your curiosity will be your ruin.
I don't understand. These people need care. You keep them in this terrible place as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them. As for you, gentlemen, do not disappoint me anymore. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor.
Alright.
Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those two myself.
No, sorry. You have a hiding spot.
I told you not to come down.
I know. All right. I know.
Dizzy? Might be?
Panicky. Apparently you have to be out of panicky situations relatively quickly.
Oh,
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valves.
As you want. I'm gonna see if there's sleeping pills left. They've run out again upstairs.
Put a few aside for me, will you? And above all, leave the wheels where they are.
Locked.
Oh, 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 oh.
Good God.
Yeah.
What could this machine be used for? This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity. What will happen if I increase the current to the limit?
Wonder if there's multiple diversions I can do. Gouged his own eyes out. That's hot.
Have I activated anything?
Oh. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Alright. So I probably need to go here.
It's done. Now for the others.
Hey, buddy. So if I follow this guy, I don't have to worry about running into him. See what I mean? He wouldn't dare. I'd fuck him up. He doesn't even know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh, I can't be an occultist.
6.
What is welling up inside me? I feel it in my head and in my body. It roars and swells.
Is that guy asleep?
Strength of oceans. Its waves rise and crash.
Okay.
What carnage.
Okay. Hey, there it is.
Theoretically, I've only got one lever to push.
Wait, what? I thought there were only two. Unless he's talking about the main one. Also, what the fuck happened here? Holy shit. Alright, whatever.
You there!
Oh, fuck you! Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you! Fuck you, fuck you! God damn it.
One, two, three, four, five,
Nope.
6.
Who's there?
No one?
Not 6. 4, 5. Just got a few days to go.
Hey!
Yeah,
No,
that's
no, 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 no.
I think I got the right date. My calculations.
It's welling up inside me. I feel it in my head.
What carnage.
I think I woke up. Let's go back to sleep.
Theoretically, I've only got one lever to push.
Is this the hallway the guy goes down? I don't think it is. Okay, good. It's not. This is the hallway. So I think this is all charged and shit.
The corpse is complete. Whose are these limbs? Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine? Vats of rotten flesh? An elaborate electrical system? Like a dumb pulp novel. What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation? Worse and worse.
Okay. Wait, there's 4. Ah, fuck me. Oh wait, maybe another one's in this room. Oh, okay. Fuck you guys. Okay, yeah, so I go in here.
It's locked.
Ah, fuck me. God damn it. Oh, we'll go to this connecting room.
The green gas leaves from here, and it runs through the whole building. This valve controls the pressure. The control wheel is missing.
Okay, so this would be the other thing I could do, I bet.
A duct.
Better be able to pick this lock. I got 4 in investigation. Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh. I guess I could have done this. Oh wait, no, no, no. No. Yeah, I'm gonna go back. I don't know why I'm all panicky and shit. What the fuck? Yeah, I would.
All the levers are activated.
Alright, I'm gonna go through this and see what's on the other side. 'Cause, fuck it. Can you turn on my phone and start Twitch?
This lever must turn on the gas machine. There's nothing happening. The control wheel is missing.
So now I flip this one.
That should draw the attention of the guards. I should hide.
Damn it. What's going on?
Oh, another guard? Fucking Christ. What's here? What is this room?
Doctor, is that you?
Oh, this is the guy who gouged out his
Don't
eyes.
you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
What is the exact nature of the beast you're running away from?
You've got instinct, a sensitivity for the invisible. It puts you in danger. The creature that is pursuing me is not from our world.
After what I've seen so far on this island, I'm ready to believe you.
Don't do that! Do not believe, or you'll end up like us all.
What happened to you, Sanders?
The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
Bring it and get rid
What's
of it.
going on this island?
Invocation is good. Bring it.
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. Don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me.
No! Sanders! What the hell? I gotta. Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
Nope. It's not gonna stop me now. Just like the Queen song.
Damn! The gas!
Huh? Sicko mode?
Oh. My head.
Later. We need to move on.
Maybe he's immortal.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
I have 8. Oh, that's Investigation Master. I mean, at this rate, I should be able to max, like, everything, right?
Yeah. We still haven't known. I don't know why.
Yeah. Would you live here?
That is. You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I think Bradley should tell me what happened.
Yeah.
I saw people in hoods. They had stolen Mrs. Hawkins' paintings.
Who are you talking about? Why would they do such a thing?
I don't know, but they were a threat. They've taken over the caves under the mansion. They were performing some kind of ritual. One of the entryways was under Charles Hawkins' office.
We suspect Mr. Hawkins of being involved.
My patients believe the old islanders used to worship primitive sea gods. Could they be the focus of the cult?
Am I hearing this right?
So you think me gullible?
No, not at all.
What else did you uncover, Mr. Pierce?
You two know each other pretty well.
It's a tiny island. Everyone knows everyone. Especially since I'm a police officer and Marie's a doctor.
The chemistry is obvious.
I do seem a little bit stupid, don't I? Anyway, let's get back to the business at hand.
What I'm sure of now is that the Hawkins case isn't just an accident.
And what brings you to that conclusion?
The fact that Charles Hawkins survived the fire.
I don't understand. Mr. Hawkins was buried.
That's what he would have you believe.
I have a hard time believing you.
You saw him.
You were there, Bradley. You even opened fire on him.
I'd remember that.
Why would he fake his own death? Do you think he covered up his wife's murder?
What he thinks happened.
That's possible.
It seems hard to swallow. Don't you have anything more concrete, Pierce?
Bradley, what do you remember?
I don't understand your question.
The night we went into the Hawkins mansion. You don't seem to remember the tunnels and what occurred there.
No memory of going down any tunnel. No, we were in the manor, then,
Then what?
The rest is quite blurry. I don't recall how I came back home.
And then?
I went to visit you at the hospital and called on Marie's help to get you released.
And you don't remember the events of the tunnel?
I don't. Let's talk about something else.
No, I think we should... What the fuck?
Given the energy he pours into Riverside, I presume it's his fullest creation.
His father's, to be correct. He was a surgeon on board the Scylla. He founded the hospital in 1904 with funds from the Hawkins family before he died and his son Thomas Fuller took over.
Two families inextricably linked.
Most island families are that way. Captain Fitzroy's father was also a seaman aboard the Scylla.
Powerful families dominating everything.
Yes, and as you could tell, Dr. Fuller is like some crazed emperor.
He wouldn't be happy if he knew we were snooping around.
I know the risks. I don't fear him. Do you wish to know anything else?
I met a Francis Sanders. Do you know him?
Of course, he's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins, and that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
Yeah, see, they're not going to believe the Shambler.
Sanders started screaming and convulsing.
Convulsing? That doesn't fit with his history.
Then his body got all crooked.
What in God's name? And you were alone with him?
He accused Sarah Hawkins of being the culprit.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness than ignorance. Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Okay. Wait. Okay. I just go straight to the Sanders residence. I want to go show these people the tunnels. Oh wait, no, the tunnels are all fucked now. Yeah. Yep. Also, chapter 6 already? Damn.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other.
Our paths crossed, briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday. I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
I expected to find you more grief-stricken than this by the death of your husband.
I do not like the tone of your allusion, sir. I had long months to weep every tear in my body, and to accept, if not my fate, at least that of my husband. And so I'm sorry to disappoint you if you're expecting more hysteria and grieving widow in my voice. Rest assured, however, my anger is real. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes. Did you not do anything to help him?
Oh, fuck you.
Mrs. Sanders, I understand your grief, and I extend my deepest condolences to you. But I had nothing to do with the death of your husband. I've just arrived on Darkwater. I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
The death of the Hawkins family? You mean it was not an accident? This accursed island knows only tragedy after tragedy. You too would be advised to flee it like the plague. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Probably shouldn't ask about the Shambler.
I deduce that your husband already mentioned this dimensional shambler.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long. Did she really care for him after all? The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives. A house of artists. A house of artists. Frances Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even?
More than friends? Which is why the wife's all angry.
Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting? He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel? Was she jealous of Sarah Hawkins? The Shambler. I need to see it.
Seems like a bad idea. Wait, am I in the gallery? In the piano.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in the phonograph.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes. I can't take anymore. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
Would you look at the painting? Hearing that. Oh, hey, cat. What's going on, bitch?
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
Another painting by Sarah Hawkins. One connected to the horrors I've discovered on this island.
What a surprise. I'm listening.
And you? What brings you to the Sanders home?
I'm here on business. Irene asked me to liquidate all these paintings. She doesn't intend to hang around here for long.
Why
Smart
you?
woman.
Believe it or not, there aren't many collectors on Darkwater. It needs someone with a network and a means of transport to the mainland. A choice that comes down to Fitzroy and me. And I'm far more pleasant, wouldn't you say?
No.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
I could use one of those. A strange Amerindian pendant.
Oh, I got some more occult. Oh, damn. I'm 3 out of 5 on occult. Holy shit. I need to get some more, medicine, though.
Go take a hike, detective.
Man, you're a bitch.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing. Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Sweet. Key to the Sanders gallery. Should I read the book? Of course not. Finally. Yeah, I'm 2 out of 5 on medicine now. Alright, got my phone. Oh, look at this. There's a place to hide. Okay. So, still have 3 viewers. Alright, there we go.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Haven't really what? Yeah, this game doesn't really require it. Okay. Oh, that must be the Shambler over there. Let's investigate the rest of this room, sort of. Look at all these fucked up paintings. Man, like, what does this guy do to make this much money that he's able to get this shit commissioned? Like, holy shit, what the fuck is this stuff? Look at this.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
I mean, if I was his wife, I'd be pissed. How much money is he blowing on this shit?
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
Yeah, for fucked up art, too. What is this? Alright, well, let's look at the painting. After I look at this thing.
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Alright. You ready?
What the hell was that?
Is it still around?
I can't even touch it.
Do you see me go in here? Oh, I'm so fucking dead. Fuck you. Alright.
No way out. No choice. I must get rid of it.
Maybe light?
That thing came out of this painting. There has to be a link. Maybe if I destroy it. Damn.
Okay.
I could try tearing the painting with this thing.
Nope.
Damn it! This dagger didn't work.
It's dagger. Okay, motherfucker. Where is that dagger? I know what the dagger looks like that I need to get. Fuck.
What the hell was that?
Is this the dagger?
Maybe I can use this dagger.
Yeah, it does dagger. Fuck. It's not this one either. That's fine. So it's clearly in that room that, unfortunately, he starts in.
What the hell was that? Damn. This dagger looks different.
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
What?
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
I can't tell if she's helping you or not.
Yeah.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off.
Oh, I guess
Now
I
go
did.
see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
I'm the one that dealt with the painting rather than her. Also, the painting's whole now? Continuity error? Damn. What time is it?
5:19.
Are you doing homework right now?
Not really, kind of.
Schedule?
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. Where's the bookseller?
Oh, hey. Progress on medicine. Okay.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
What are all these, like, clues and shit that I have? Oh. An inventory. Really? Okay, that's a...
What happened here? Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work. Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
Okay.
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
Oh.
What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? What killed all these animals? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Oh, he's saying that he can barely hear my voice. I'll be right close. It might just be because I'm mumbling. Alright, let's see. I don't know if there's a way to really fix the volume. It's just maybe just talk louder. Oh, I can leave the research. Alright, Alice, what's the combination?
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Quite get it.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills? What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
I have to look for cylinders.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions? Never heard of him.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind for next stream. I probably won't worry about it this time, simply because I'll probably end after this chapter for today. Let's see.
Things are not looking good. A kind of chalice. The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
Oh,
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Did I find all 3 cylinders there? Yep. Okay. And let's see if I can level up some stuff. Wait, how many points do I have? 0. Fuck. Where to listen to these?
A kind of chalice.
Oh, there.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Edition. Arkham Editions. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
So it's either 3 or 4.
The Queen has little protection.
Yeah. I don't know if it's 3 or 4 for the second number.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham Editions.
Hey, the
that you sent
Arkham
me.
Editions.
Volume 9,
Who's just complaining about
Azathoth
me
and Other
constantly
Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Wait, Volume 9?
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
Yeah, Volume 9.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his... What did Drake say about this collection?
Well, he was talking about volume
Drake
9.
talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about. What did Drake say about this
There we go.
collection?
Is it just 9? Wait, Alright, so now let's figure out the mystery of the first one.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine
Oh,
gold.
he's talking about the
To be
goblet.
the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 red dots. Can we
I
assume
am
it's
willing
5?
to pay to know its secrets.
Hey! That was actually a decently challenging puzzle. Except for the last number, 9. Shoot. You should tell me the volume.
Chapter 8.
Yep.
Riverside Institute.
Alright. This is a good stopping point. So I'm gonna watch this next cutscene. Or I'll just skip it. Could just skip it.
Don't skip it.
Well, I mean, I gotta start it up next time. I'll just watch it, and I'll watch it again when I start it up next time. Maybe next time I won't be sick.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
Back here?
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, this isn't me.
Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Very well. I'll examine him.
Oh, well, I'm done, so. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. He's sick as well.
Everyone's sick.
Everyone is sick. Alright. Oh man, that's like a creepy view, isn't it? Alright.